Okay, so to start the look off, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm actually using the MAC paint pot, and this is in soft ochre. So I do have a piece of tape lined up next to my eye, and I will be applying this paint pot all over the entire eyelid, all the way to the brows. Now I'm actually going to use a contour palette to do the transition shade for my eye. I will be using this shade right here. And this is the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. The shade right here is called HCP S06, which would be Toffee Caramel. I'm going to take a fluffy brush here, grab some of that product, and I am going to apply that all over where I will be applying my crease colors. So next, I'm going to go into my Urban Decay Electric palette, and I'm going to grab the shade Slow Burn, which is a bright, like neon orange shade. And taking this, I am going to apply this just like in the crease area, but very, very lightly because it is incredibly pigmented. And for some reason on me, this shade can turn pink really quickly, which is not what I want. I want to have an orange shade. So I'm using a very small amount, and I'm going to very slowly build up that color. What I'm going to go ahead and do next is take a shade in here called Jilted, and Jilted is kind of like a fuchsia purple. It's very, very beautiful. It has an amazing shift. Just putting a little bit on here, like so. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade Urban. And Urban is a deep purple right here. And with this color, I'm gonna go ahead and just apply it again just to the outer edge here. But very, very finely. I will be blending that out. I don't want it to be super bold. It's just to kind of help add a little bit of a transition and gradient from the orange to the pink purple shade to the more deeper purple shade. So I will be taking a blending brush, and I'm actually going to blend this a little bit, and that way it's not too heavy looking. Okay, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do next is apply that same base from MAC that I applied earlier, and this is just to kind of help clean up the actual eyelid. So taking MAC's Soft Ochre one more time, I'm just gonna pat this around. I'm gonna go ahead and blend a little bit more here because I do want to soften that edge. Okay, so grabbing a little bit more of Urban, I am going to apply just a small amount towards the outer edge of the tape and kind of bring it in along my lash line to kind of encompass the outer edge of my eye. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is take that same NYX contour palette, and I will be applying this shade right here, right on my brow bone, just to kind of help seal the deal. And this is incredibly pigmented, by the way. The last step for the actual eyeshadow look on the top part of the eye, I'm gonna go in with the BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlight color palette, and I'm grabbing a shade here called Glow. I'm only applying a little bit of this because it is incredibly pigmented. With this, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of pop it on underneath my brow, just for a little bit of a highlight here, like so. Really catches some light. I freaking love these palettes. Oh my gosh, you guys need to try them. They are phenomenal. Alright, so the next step, of course, is going to be doing the eyeliner and mascara, and then I'll come back to do the under eye area. For the eyeliner, I'm actually going to use the Inglot AMC Gel Liner, and this is just a beautiful black. It's 77. And I'm going to use just an eyeliner brush, kind of do a little bit of a wing, And I will also be doing my mascara off camera too, just because my setup is kind of wonky right now. But I'm using the Wet n Wild Prime and Seal. This is basically like a fiber lash duo, which is cheap and fabulous. Like, this is the third tube or set I have been through, and it's like $7, guys. You can't go wrong with that. It's ridiculous and amazing. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, as you guys can see, this is the setup we got going on right now. I've got the liner on the upper part of my eye. I also have the mascara on the upper lashes. I left everything that's underneath alone so that I could film it for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and take an Urban Decay eyeliner, and this is in Ransom. Guys, this is a beautiful shade. Oh my gosh. So it's gorgeous. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to apply it right underneath where my lower lashes are, and I'm going to bring it over a bit. Not all the way, but like so. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take a brush to kind of blend it a little bit. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and dip back into my Urban Decay palette. I'm gonna grab Jilted, which we used earlier, and I will be applying this right on top of that liner. And then, using the same brush, I'm gonna go in and grab a little bit of Urban, which is the other shade that we used earlier too. This is just going on the outer edge here to add a little bit of depth. I'm gonna go ahead and line my waterline using the Revlon Luxurious color, and this liner is in Black Velvet, and I'm so sorry, it's like fading. I've had this for a minute and I love this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this just on my waterline. This has like a little smudge brush at the very end of it, and you guys know the drill. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of smudge that a bit, kind of soften it, smoke it out a little bit. So what I'm gonna use next is the Tarte Shape Tape in Light Sand. And you know, the more I use this, the more I really like it. Just the trick is a little bit goes a long way. And I think when I first used it, like I didn't wipe off any excess, and it just kind of caked into my wrinkles, which is not cute. So what I do now is I actually wipe off the excess for sure before I apply it underneath my eye. And I'm going to just kind of wing it out there, and I'm just taking a little bit down like that. And that's it. Like, that is it. It looks like it's a lot, but it's a thick product, but I did not use that much. It's just incredibly opaque, I promise. So what I'm gonna do now is take a little blending sponge. This is a beauty blender, one of the micro ones, and I'm going to blend like a mother, because I need this to not be patchy, and it dries incredibly fast, so you gotta be quick. So I'm gonna take a beauty blender yet again, and I'm using the e.l.f. Prime and Stay Finishing Powder to kind of pat this around here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of contour the face a bit. So I'm gonna use that same NYX powder that I used earlier. I'm gonna grab this shade right here, and this is in, I think it's Toffee Caramel. And with this guy, I'm gonna just kind of go along the edge of my face here, underneath my cheekbones, and just kind of warm everything up a little bit. Guys, I have to say that when I first bought this palette, I mean, okay, first off, it took me like a year to even hop on the wagon, and then now that I have it, like, I don't know why I didn't buy it sooner. Like, I wish I would have known the quality of it before, because I would have been using this since they released it. Like, it is amazing. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and apply a blush, and for the blush, I'm actually gonna use Benefit's Rockateur. The reason why I chose this color per se is because it's kind of like a mauve-y, kind of like mauve beige pink shade, and it has a kind of like an iridescent pink shift to it. I really wanna warm up the cheeks a bit with that contour and the blush, and just kind of add a little bit of almost like a sun-kissed effect without it being like super blushy, if that makes any sense. So literally, this just kind of helps complement that contour. I'm gonna go ahead and use a color from this palette, the BH1 that we used earlier, and I'm gonna use the same shade that I did on my brow bone. So this is Glow right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of bring that down into the blush, like so. Now I'm gonna highlight my chin, all that fun stuff, my nose. Okay, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do next, of course, is gonna be mascara on the lower lashes, so you guys know the drill. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. And I'm using the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Mascara for the lower lashes. Okay, so I'm absolutely loving this makeup look. So for the lips, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go with Calypso from Colourpop. Okay guys, so that's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as always, and if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you guys definitely know how to reach me. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.